G'day fellas, and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the north side of the map, in the colour yellow, as the Abbasid dynasty, it's Lucifron 7. And on the south side of the map, in the colour blue, on the Ottomans, ladies and gentlemen, it is Vortex. Welcome to game number 3 in this series, and I'm sure we've got an absolute cracker for you guys. For anybody who hasn't been watching the previous games, I don't want to spoil it for you, so go back and watch it. Otherwise, you're going to get yourself spoiled. Watch out. Here it comes. Game number 3. Score is currently 1-1. Lucifron 1, Vortex 1. It's a best of 5. That means the first to 3 points is the winner. And I tell you what, I'm excited for this game. I'm super excited for this game because we've got Ottomans up against the Abbasid dynasty. Now, the last time I saw the Ottomans play, once again, another spoiler coming in. The last time I saw the Ottomans play, they beat a Delhi player with 3 sacred sites. That was B. B was on the Ottomans, and he was taking on Beastie. And Beastie was on the Delhi side. Beastie had 3 sacred sites, and the Ottoman player outmassed the Delhi player in a feudal spam-off. That is crazy to me. So, I guess the point I'm trying to make is Lucifron's got a lot to overcome right now. There is a huge amount that he's going to have to work to overcome here. If we know that Vortex is obviously about as good as Lucifron, I mean, you got to if Lucifron's 99, Vortex is 98.9. That's how close these guys are when it comes to skill. I think historically, Lucifron has probably done a little bit better than Vortex through the events, but obviously so close to each other in skill, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm curious to see exactly how this game's going to go and what Lucifron can actually do to challenge that. What kind of things we see? Like, are we going to see a trade wing coming out? Probably not. Marine Lord, you're on your own with the trade wing. I don't know what Marine Lord was doing that game. I mean, we're just talking about all old school games at the moment. All old school games, you know, games from yesterday kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, let's worry about it later. We got the age up about to come through. It's going to be the military wing coming out for Lucifron. Wow. An age 1 military wing. This is wild. The last time, I can't help myself, can I? It was Snooper. It was Snooper doing the forward House of Wisdom. But we see a feudal age military wing in what is essentially a grand final. A top bracket grand final right now between Lucifron and Vortex. This is wild. So, military wing's obviously going to be giving you some military units, 2 spears and an archer in the feudal age that you can use to pressure, and actually you can use it to defend. Oh my god, this is so smart! This is so smart! The Abbasid is going to be able to defend against the Ottomans. The Ottoman spear is going to be coming in, what, any second right now? Probably in the next 4-5 seconds. Where is it? Let me see. There it is. You know these timings. You learn these timings after a few games. There's that spearman coming in, and I gotta say, what a beautiful opening from Lucifron. Basically gonna say, hey, you know that annoying little spearman that comes in here and stops me from gathering all the gold I want and all the stone I want? Well, we don't have to worry about him anymore. This is an actual crazy counter. I don't think I ever considered that. So really smart stuff coming out from Lucifron. Jeez Louise, these guys are good, aren't they? Like, I don't think I ever would have thought of that. I would have just committed to like, Fertile Crescent, baby. Oh, why can't I collect any stone? That's not fair. All right, let's go next. That would have been me. Wheelbarrow coming through here for Lucifron. We do spot that. He sees the spear on the backside as well. He is looking to try and find the gold, the stone. Not going to have too much luck. There we go. Spots the House of Wisdom. He's going to step away from it and continue moving his way around. And now he's going to be able to spot the stone. But he'll see the military wing. And take a look at this. You got 3 minutes 50. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. There goes the spear. Oh, he's in trouble. He's in real trouble, that Vortex guy. So now you've essentially got a spear that's it's kind of useless. I mean, it's not useless. It gets a little bit of use out of it. It forces your enemy to make the military wing. But if your enemy builds their strategy about going into that military wing, then you got yourself a game, don't you? So I'm looking forward to it. And now we've got the second TC. Going to be coming up shortly. Village just moved over to stone already. Wheelbarrow on the way through. Have we got boot camp? We don't have boot camp. Do we have fresh food stuffs? We've already got fresh food stuff. So he gets it straight away. Breaking the rule of Age of Noob. I did actually see a whole bunch of comments because I mentioned it in one of the videos. Apparently, Age of Noob's rule is don't get fresh foodstuffs until you've got your second TC, but get it immediately once you've got your second TC. So I need to go back and watch that video and just see the maths on it because I want to understand it a bit more. Because to me, it makes sense. Like obviously, you've got to pay a certain amount of resources for for the technology, but I think the question is, like, is there an economic bonus from getting that earlier rather than from later? And I think the answer is yes, because you're just saving food, right? Like, it's an objective save. It's going to take time for it to pay off, obviously, because it's it's not as cheap as a villager, right? Like, you're forking out premium prices for that bad boy. Yeah, I think it makes sense. I don't know. It's a tough one. Anyway, I'll have to watch that vid. We'll talk about that later. Let's talk about Vortex, though, because he's looking to begin making waves in this feudal age. Of course, it won't be the first time we've seen an Ottoman player look to go for that early aggression. And look at this, 4 villagers going to be looking to get the military school down. Archer able to put out some early pressure here. Obviously, the Sipahi going to be coming in from Vortex. He's got that one all queued up. Second military school about to finish. No archery ranges just yet, but we do have the villager on the stone. So he could be looking for that second military school to be added in the feudal age, making it a total of 3, of course. And back over on the other side of the map, we see Vortex actually going to be able to spot out this. Now, I think what's so interesting about this opening from Lucifront and what's so big brain about this opening is that typically, against an Ottoman player, you're going to have to change your whole tune to deal with those early spears. It's a massive amount that you're going to have to invest in that. You know, whether it be your own barracks dropping down and looking to try and get your own spears out, whether it's an archery range, but then it's going to get countered by the Sipahi. You know, there's so many different things that you can do to deal with that, but it sets you behind. And here, Lucifron's like, actually, I'm just going to deal with it like this, and I'm not going to have to worry about it. Obviously, he can't go into Fertile Crescent straight away, but I think if you're only thinking about going to TCs, which is what Lucifron's done at this moment, he's not put the town center on the stone, it definitely makes me think that, hey, this is actually a pretty smart move. We do see he's already picked up the stable, has gone into the horseman, and now from that town center base, he is going to be able to begin pushing off almost like a swimmer would. Survival techniques also going to be coming through. He's looking to pick up a lot of nice upgrades early on in this game. Now, one of the things we often also talk about is that the Ottomans, they're slow to build tempo, right? Like, think about it from another Civ's perspective. Let's say, like, the English, right? Like, you age up with the English, and immediately you've got the equivalent of 2 archery ranges, and you're pumping out longbows. Straight away, you got high tempo. But what does the Ottomans do? They have a military school, which gives you free units, but it takes a longer time for them to come out. You can see right here, a minute 13 before the next Sipahi comes out. So it's quite some time, and that's going to take time to build up. So you don't have that military being produced right out of the block super duper quickly. And because of that, Lucifront's able to say, well, hold on, I'm just going to take my time here, get my second TC down, and then from there, I'm going to go into units. It reminds me a lot of the way that I actually played China in this matchup against the Ottomans. It's basically just go Song Dynasty 2 TC and defend with Shukunu, and you can hold. You can hold as long as you maintain your control over the food. That's going to be the difference. We actually casted was it the Puppy Paw versus who did Puppy Paw play against? Was it Beastie? Was it Beastie? Or who did he play against? Gosh. Jeez, I'm losing my mind right now. No, it was Puppy Paw against... Yeah, it had to be Beastie, right? Surely, because Marine Lord versus B. Yeah. So I think it was Puppy Paw versus Beastie, and it was on, I want to say, like, Rocky Canyon, maybe? And I remember actually, no, we didn't cast that. I just watched the game. I apologize. I watched the game. We didn't cast it. I was looking at it, and I was trying to understand how he lost so early, but essentially there was, he put his Barbican way too far away from his town center, and just basically got, like, his TC was up, like, 2 minutes late from where it should have been. Anyway, it's a long story. Let's not talk about it. I've been talking about so many other games in this game. Tell you what, it's been an absolute... it's been an exploratory early game, and look at this. We've got a couple of villagers getting in on the action, trying to take out these Sipahi. Honestly, this is a massive waste coming through from Vortex, and we can call that now in hindsight, but at the same time, I hate raids with Sipahi, with horsemen. You know, I think if you're gonna hit a gold mine or a stone mine, that's fine, but getting underneath the town center like this, you're very, very ballsy to do that, because those things are so fragile. I guess technically both, they're both frail and fragile, aren't they? They will go down very quickly. Speaking of going down quickly, it looks like we've got ourselves a little bit of the ranch beginning to make its way onto the battlefield. Take a look at the units on the other side of the map. He's got 4 military production buildings all lined up here beautifully. Actually got a bit of a couple of archers just chilling out here. I think we've all made this mistake. You know, before you put it into the control group and issue the rally point, you make a couple of archers and they just kind of chill out there. So hopefully he picks that up. He is getting constantly attacked in the middle of the map here by these couple of units, and we hear that next vizier point come through. He's moved into the meta. We know that much because we can see the meta speed that's been provided. Now I'm suspecting that's going to be military school number 3. Doesn't have a whole lot of wood here. Does have a couple of archers in queue, so could look to cancel them out and get that next military school down. We'll see what he goes into, because on the front line, he has got the battering rams beginning to make their way in. Do we see it? Come on, show it to me. Show me the money. We don't see it just yet. Battering rams going to be turning their attention towards that second town center, and Lucifron going to be on the defensive. 30 military population, 31 military population against the 25 of Lucifron. Decent archer numbers here. Remember, he's going to be able to pull vills. There's 3 things you want to do with your vills in this situation. Number 1, put vills in the town center and use the town center to shoot units. Number 2, villagers on the backside of the TC looking to repair this town center. And number 3, let's get the torches out, baby. That's what you want to be doing. So he jumps in the TC, begins firing down. I think did he hit the meta just then? No, meta is running in underneath the TC. A little bit of a mistake from Vortex here. Definitely not the right play. TC looks like he's probably going to be going down. He's already built up a 7-villager lead here. If he loses the town center, 10 vills will be exposed inside of it. And it looks like the archer's going to be moving in. Lucifron in a little bit of trouble here. Villagers do manage to make it away. No villagers being lost. And oh my lord, it's a huge flank down on the south side. Where were these units hiding all this time? Lucifron 7. What are you doing here? What did you do with Lucifron 6? Lucifron 7 is scared of Lucifron. Was it 9 because 7, 8, 9? I can't remember. This has been a wild game, but I tell you what, the numbers here coming out from Lucifron are pretty important. That's why he's Lucifron 7, because everybody's scared of him, because 7, 8, Lucifron 7, 8, Lucifron 9. I'm not drunk, I promise you guys I'm not drunk. I might be a little bit tired, but I'm not drunk. Horsemen going in. Well, this is such a crazy cast. Oh gosh, you gotta wonder. I'm tempted not to post it at this point, but you know what, we'll just let it go. Look at, I mean, the push from this is kind of crazy. The thing to note is he's up 10 vills, he's lost the TC. It's gonna cost him a lot to rebuild it. And he's able to push through now and stop this, but wait, why does he give up the game? To me, it doesn't make sense. Oh, you know what? He probably does lose tempo here. It's the one base. He can just push off the one base. He throws down extra production, and that's a good game. All right, we've been in game number 4. What an absolutely wild ending there, fellas. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out EGC TV, 15 GMT, 10 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. in Australian time. See you later.